So, I guess it's time to find out who was dripped today. Sparxie, huh? Let's see. Yeah, okay, so it is Sparkle. They did. So, this little weird mushroom thing is what appeared in one of the most recent planar ornament sets. So, yes, that was a hint at Sparkle. The name. Okay, so what they've done with the name is the same thing that they did with the original name on that planar ornament set. So, that planar ornament set had the name Hanami there. But Sparkle's name in Japanese is hanabi, which is firework or sparkle in Japanese. So instead, they've just modified the name of the English one to have one letter difference, just like they did with the original name that was present on that planar ornament set. So, hey there, Galactic Baseballer. Welcome to the stream. I'm your good friend, Sparxie. Are you ready for a day overflowing with dopamine? Oh, God. The world is full of sparkle, so don't forget to shine brightly just like Sparxie. Thumbs up, follow, stream, views, party till the world ends. Sparxie and Sparkle, the mask and the fool, are fundamentally the same. Whoever is seen, whoever is light, is the correct answer. Confirmation. Nice. And aha, special shout out to Sparxie for winning #1 Planarcardia highlight reel machine, #1 most likely everywhere at once. Makes sense. I wonder what the original design then, if they were going to do Hanami, I imagine that the design was more Japanese-esque. Meanwhile, now there's little remnants of it, kind of, like, of what would be considered. It's more Lolita style, like gothic Lolita. Not the weird kind, just the clothing style. Because look at, like, the almost laced ends of the clothing with extended cuffs. You've got your flowy little short dress, the black boots, like the little hat. It's like I mentioned the possibility of Sparkle having an outfit similar to the one shown in the Battle Pass icon. It's isn't really that, I don't think. It has a hat at least, but it's not really that. I'd say that the designs are the main thing that confuses me is the white hair, because we saw in the Myriad Celestia trailer she had that she maintained her hair colour when, wearing a mask. So this feels like a bit of a jump. They could have kept the dark hair and it still would have had the same effect. Not to say that I dislike it, the colour match is nice. Red and white definitely go. Red, white and black definitely go. Just, I guess I didn't expect a hair colour change. The braiding's neat. I do like the braiding effect. The little dyes of red is maybe why they did the white, to make the contrast higher. No change in eye colour though. Little marks on the face, whether that's glitter or some sort of like print or something. Who knows? Can't really get a good look at it. On a phone, that's kind of interesting. What is her phone background? I can't really tell what it is, if it's meant to reference the symbol of the elation or if it's a person's like silhouette or something like that. It looks like her own silhouette from here because you can see like the twin tails coming off, but there's no guarantee. But yeah, no, her being elation fire. Yeah, her being elation makes too much sense to me. This'll probably be the character I get in 4.0 because it's more Sparkle lore, and Sparkle to me is very, very interesting. I really like her, and I think her being able to turn up so many times, both supporting the Stellaron Hunters and just randomly wanting to help us for some reason, considering us her lead actors, makes any involvement we have with her have more intrigue than most characters. Don't get me wrong, I'm very interested in why Yao Guang is gonna be turning up. But this girl feels like she might be one of the reasons we end up going to Planarcardia in the first place. I don't know if Yao Guang would have been affected by the political tension, but I feel like Sparkle was definitely impacted. I wonder if the design looked even remote, like the idea of her in 4.0 looked anything like this. Like some of the design things had to be the same. Like we saw this little this little creature before we even got 4.0 like revealed remotely. Because of 3.7's planar ornaments, we literally had one that referenced her as Hanami, which is closer to her Japanese name. So I imagine that the design was more centered around Japan, and that's why now they don't even have the same name anymore. But there's no way to confirm that unless the devs want to release that information. I'd be very curious if they did. I'll look forward to seeing what sort of role she has to play in 4.0. She's always been interesting whenever she's turned up. Now that we're in an elation focused world and it's made a point of that Sparxie is the mask while Sparkle is the fool. That's where things get kind of interesting, because how will she behave then? Will the Astral Express recognize her as Sparkle? And if so, then how will that change things? If not, how does that change things? Because she is the quote-unquote mask, how is she going to behave and how is she going to impact the world? Will her antics be actually acknowledged, or is it just behind-the-scenes sort of behaviour that'll reveal her intentions? There's no way to know until things actually start going, is there? By the way, we don't know what elation does, and that's the one thing, so it's like, knowing her type is kind of helpful, but it doesn't reveal anything about what her role on the battlefield is going to be. And because we don't know what elation at all does, we can't connect it back to the design to understand what's going on. All I know is I like the character enough to probably try and get her home. And by the time that version hits, I should hopefully have the pulls to at least get her. I don't know about a light cone, though. I don't know if I'm going to be that lucky. Which is actually going to be bad, because obviously the main issue we ran into when Remembrance got released is there were very few alternative options for Remembrance. The same applies to Elation, because the path didn't pre-exist before the characters. So we're going to have to basically put non-elation light cones on these characters unless we get their signatures, unless they offer a free alternative to elation rather quickly. Which is rough. It's very rough, and I don't particularly look forward to that, but it's food for thought. We don't know what stats will be valuable to an elation character because we don't know how the path functions. We don't know about personal values. We're not going to know about those until, like, the 4.0 trailer and the Keeping Up with Star Rail, where it'll go up in more detail through these characters. So yeah, theorizing on what they'll do, I've already made a video doing that, so I'm not going to go through it again, but it's just a little like preemptive warning. If people haven't got enough saved or don't get lucky enough to get both the character and the light cone, we're going to be in for a rough time. But yeah, hopefully you had fun with this. If you did have fun with this, then there'll probably be other videos of mine that you will enjoy, so I would hope that you'll check them out. And I'd appreciate if you liked and subscribed. So until next time, have a good night, morning, day, whatever time it is, wherever you guys are in the world, and take care of yourselves. Bye.